Download the BCSN Plus app today. Local sports all the time. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. Discounts may apply.
Defense, defense, and more defense. That'll be the focus for Tod Kowalczyk's bunch this season. And get this, even though Toledo was one of the worst defensive teams in the country, according to Ken Palm, it still got to 18-15 and a fourth place finish in the MAC. And that was all after winning 4 straight MAC regular season titles. The Rocket season ended in the MAC tournament semis after a 10-point loss to an Akron team that ended up making it to the NCAA tournament. So, how does Toledo plan to attack the 2025-26 season? I sat down with Coach Kowalczyk to find out. So one of the things you said you're most proud of is the fact that this team just keeps winning. You've won 15 or more games in all but 1 year, that being your first year. In this changing time of college basketball, how has your approach to roster building changed, not only to keep up with the changing tide, but remain consistent as well?
Oh, this whole process of roster building has changed drastically, particularly in the last 2 years, even more so the last 9 months. Going from NIL to revenue sharing to the transfer portal, it's a different time in athletics, and I know a lot of people may not like some of it. I personally kind of find some of this stuff fascinating, and there's always been an art and a science to recruiting, and now it's more of a science, to be honest with you. A little more transactional, a little bit more upfront, a little less dating, if you will. 2,700
college basketball players entered the transfer portal. For you guys, that meant 10 new players on the team. What do you have to see from this new group of freshmen and transfers to know that you guys are capable of winning a MAC title?
Well, I think if you look at the transfer portal over time, it's been really good to Toledo. Yeah. You look at this wall behind me, there's a lot of guys that helped build this program were transfers, guys that wanted second chances. And last year was the first year, to be honest with you, that we made some mistakes in the transfer portal. We learned from those mistakes. Those mistakes are no longer here. And I think we're going back to what made our program really successful, and that's recruiting high character men from great families that are really skilled, that can shoot, and that are tough. That's what we're going back to.
When you look at last year, it seems like you guys were missing a strong paint presence. Then you go out and get Austin Parks from Ohio State. I'm curious how his skill set fits the fabric of what you look for this team to be in the future.
Well, I can tell you this, I've been really, really happy with Austin. A better player, better person, better worker, better teammate than I thought he'd be, and I had high expectations coming in. But some of the concerns when you recruit somebody who doesn't have great numbers at a higher level, and we have 2 of those with Chris Riddle from DePaul and Austin Parks from Ohio State. They both didn't get a whole lot of opportunities, and sometimes it's hard to evaluate that because there's not a lot of film on them. You have to go off your gut instincts and what you remember from the high school days, and both guys we tried to recruit out of high school. But Austin's a good player. He's got really good hands, good feet. He's big. He's 6'11", and he's all at 260.
Defense has been a huge emphasis for you guys early, but it seems like defending ball screens is even more of a point of emphasis. Why is that the point of defense that you're looking to key on early in camp?
Well, we've had some really good defensive teams here, but last year we were awful. Mostly, we had some, whether it be personnel related or effort related or whatever it may be. But we got to get back to really guarding the basketball. And, number one, the simple parts, just like blocking and tackling. You got to guard the basketball and stay in front of the dribble. But in college basketball, if you can't guard ball screens, you're really going to struggle. There's so many ball screens nowadays. That's where the game has changed, over the last 20 to 30 years. Back, in the good old days, there was never ball screens. You didn't have to guard ball screens, where now there's a lot of ball screens. And if you can't guard a ball screen, you're going to struggle. So there's a huge emphasis. Every day in practice, we do multiple drills just to defend ball screens.
It's been 45 years since Toledo made it to the NCAA tournament. How often are you thinking about that?
Every day. Every day. That's all I think about regarding this program, and obviously to get them better. But we've won a lot of games, won a lot of championships, but now winning the tournaments is one thing we haven't done.